everyone! Thank you for joining me once again with What's Cooking with Belkis. Before I begin, I wanted to thank you all for those birthday wishes. I felt so loved by everyone. Thank you again too for the birthday wishes for my oldest daughter. Her birthday was yesterday. I read all of the comments. I was so flattered by the comments, and I love you all. And thank you so much for supporting this live show. I have so many good friends that wanted to share their expertise, and this show, you can share it with everyone. Everything that we do here is good for the benefit of everybody. We all learn from each other. So, before I go over to present my best friend Carmen Carrion, I decided to prepare a sofrito recipe. I know that many of you know how to make sofrito, but a lot of people, they always ask me, what is it that you do, and how do you do this, and how do you prepare the soups and the lentils and everything that I post on my Instagram and Facebook. And the base is sofrito, and I know that many of you know how to make sofrito, but there's other people that they don't. So let me just show you all of the ingredients for sofrito. Look at all those wonderful colors. Yes, I add onion, red onion, cilantro, garlic. I use tomato, yellow peppers, orange pepper, red pepper, green Carmen L peppers, and I also use ajicitos and my garlic right there. So you see, I use all of those colors, and a lot of people said, why you blend all that in? Well, easy. Some people, they like to cook things easy, in an easy way. So if you have already all the ingredients that I show you already blended, it is easy for you to cook. So all the reasons is because the kids at home, sometimes they don't like to feel the onions or pepper when you cook, right? So this is a camouflage for them, so they don't even realize that you're adding onions and pepper and cilantro to their food, because we use it for beans and stews, and I mean, you name it. I use it for every meal, okay? So this is all easy. I already cut all of those wonderful vegetables. And the good thing about making sofrito is that you can make the sofrito and you can freeze that. You can put it in bowls, and they can last in the freezer for even up to 2 months, or who knows. You can always have it available. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start making the sofrito. Very easy. I already washed my hands, by the way. So I'm putting the sofrito ingredients, all of those wonderful colors. They're about to blend all in. And I'm about to blend this baby. And all you add is just a little pinch of water. So you don't need to add that much water because you want it to be thick. And almost done. Woo! So good. This is the sofrito. Look at how beautiful that is. So what I'm gonna do, I am gonna place that sofrito right here in this bowl. And what you can do is that you can have some in the fridge just for you to have it when you're about to cook anything quick and easy. So now that I have my sofrito, I know that the other day I made some pasta primavera with some zucchini noodles, and a lot of people were asking me, oh my God, how do you do that? And I decided after I make the sofrito to make this quick recipe too, because I always love to make things that are quick and easy. So I actually got this fry pan right here. I don't know if you can see it. Everybody should have one of these fry pans at home. It's so handy. It costs only 15 bucks. I know, I'm promoting Walmart. I just went to Walmart and I get one for 15 bucks, but it's very nice and handy. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start making this pasta primavera with zucchini, and the reason is because it's very nice and easy, and that's gonna be my meal. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start this up, and then I am gonna introduce you to Carmen, and Carmen is gonna join us to talk to us about health and wellness. So she's a coach and she's gonna talk to us about that. So let me just tell you something about the zucchini real quick before I get her in. I have the zucchini already spiralized. Look at this, isn't that beautiful? And I have one here just to show you. Everybody should have this, by the way. This is a spiralizer, very nice and handy. This costs like 3 bucks. You can find it even in Dollar Tree for $1. And I know there's some machines more complicated. I don't like complicated things, so this is more handy and easy. So what you do, you cut the zucchini like this. I just want you to show you very quick how easy and nice it is to make the noodles. So the reason I use zucchini is because this is a good vegetable. It has vitamin C and it doesn't have any starch. So rather than having regular pasta, you can have zucchini. So I'm gonna make this zucchini with, again, mushroom. I know not everybody loves mushroom, but I love mushroom. Wash the mushroom really well, and you can add anything you want. So if you are a meat eater, you can have chicken, ground beef, you can even have shrimps. So you can have anything you want. But this is how I make it. I already turned this on. And Rosie, if you're watching me, I got the grapeseed oil. So I got that oil, and I'm gonna add just a little pinch just to get that sofrito going. And now I'm gonna use some of my sofrito that I made. And this is the clue when you are about to cook anything. I'm gonna cover this because I don't want the alarm to go on, because then I realize I'm cooking it on top of my table. So you get that going with the oil, because that's what is gonna get all those flavors into your pasta primavera. So after you add that up, I add the soup, the mushrooms. So look at that. Can you see that right there? Let me see. Yes, you can see it. So I add the mushrooms. So after I add the mushrooms, I add 1 tablespoon of pasta tomato paste. So this is just to give a little bit of color to the pasta primavera. So I add a little bit of tomato paste. And after I add that, I have a little bit of olives too, that gives that flavor to it. And again, I have a little bit of the same sofrito cut here because I always like to see those colors. And I already blend the sofrito, but I also add a little bit because I like to see colors in all of my meals. And it's good, it's all good. You have those colors, all about the colors, right? So I have already all this blend. And when it comes to seasoning, very quick, I have oregano. I put a little bit of oregano in. I add a little bit of basil. So this is all leaves that gives flavor to your food, and you don't have to add salt to it. Like, you don't have to seasoning with things that has already salt in it. I also use turmeric. This is very good. This is an anti-inflammatory vegetable, so I add it to many of my meal. You can just put a little bit because some people, they don't like the flavor in it. So just add a little bit, and I put a little bit of parsley. And again, I used a little bit of the red pepper because I like that kick on my meal. So I just add a little bit because this can be very hot. Okay, so I just put a little sprinkle on it. And yes, a pinch of salt. I just put a little pinch of salt to it. And now I'm gonna add the zucchini. Ooh, I add the zucchini to it. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at all those colors. And the last thing you're gonna add to this pasta primavera is the coconut milk. So I have like about 1 cup of coconut milk right here. You mix it all up. And voila! You see how easy and ready that meal is? This is gonna be my meal after the show. So what I'm gonna do, I am gonna cover this up, and I just want to share with all of you. Look at how beautiful this is, nice and colorful. You will see it at the end of the show. So I'm gonna cover this up, and I am gonna let Carmen in. So let me just tell you a little bit about Carmen. Again, she's my best friend. She's a senior manager at Comcast, and she became a health and wellness coach, and she's gonna talk to us about health and wellness. Okay, let me just get her in. Let me get her in. Carmen. She should be here in 1 minute. Yes! Oh,
can you hear
look at
me?
that beautiful face. Hello, Carmen.
Can you hear me?
How are you?
I'm great. Can you hear me okay, Belkis?
Yes, I can hear you okay. Let me just place this
Perfect.
on the tripod. Oh, let me put it a little bit up. All right, Carmen. So I was telling everybody that you became a health and wellness coach. What is a health and wellness coach, Carmen, that everybody should know?
So thanks for the invite, first of all, Belkis.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it, and I love that we have this connection, right, with being healthy, and we're always talking about food, exercise, and taking care of ourselves. So, you know, a health and wellness coach, I want to explain, is very different than a nutritionist, a doctor, nurse. While it is very specific to your health, and obviously something that we do is take care of people when it comes to their food and their exercise. A big part of what we do is a lot of other things that have nothing to do with food and exercise. So a health and wellness coach takes a holistic approach to the person, right? It's, for example, for me, I'll have a client for 6 months, so I get to really know them. And I try to understand what is it that's sabotaging them from being their healthiest self. And we look at things like everything from their spiritual life to their career to their finances to, you know, just everything holistically about them in an effort to help them. And I like to use the example, Belkis, that if you are in a financial despair and I'm your coach, or you go to a nutritionist or a doctor or whatever, and they start talking to you about eating good food, that's the last thing on your mind because you have a problem over here, right? So as a health and wellness coach, we try to pinpoint what it is that everybody has that they need to work on in order for them to be able to focus on their health. So it's just a very holistic approach.
Mm-hmm. So why you decided to do this? I'm very curious because you are being so successful too, and I know you for so many years, and after so many years, you decided to do this because there must be a reason behind, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So for two reasons, really. You know, one, I love to help other people, Belkis, you know that.
Yes.
And people were coming to me and I was trying to help people with different parts of their life, mostly financial, like helping people with budgets or helping people in the spiritual walk or different things like that. And then obviously helping people to learn more about different foods and eating vegetables and fruits, and especially as Latinos, right?
I
That's not
know.
like on people, not on people's plates. So
Yes,
they're always
yes.
surprised when they see what I eat, and it's gotten some good conversation. But for me, honestly, the journey started because I am come from a family of Latinos that unfortunately has a lot of disease, diabetes and high blood pressure and cholesterol and you name it. On both sides, we have everything.
Yes,
So
yes, you're right.
my desire is to, I did it for me for preventative measures, but
Yes,
honestly, I'm learning so much. I really am.
yes, that's so good because a lot of us, sadly, we experience that within our families. We have like diabetes, surrounding us, and even my father, he died when he was only 55. I mean,
Exactly. Gelkis,
that's
my dad
just
too, he was only
one of
40
the
something
reasons
when
that
he
I'm
died.
so into helping others, just to tell you it is easy to eat healthy. It's just that you cannot be thinking just, oh, I need to be on a diet. Don't just take that out of your mind. Just change
Exactly.
your attitude, change your lifestyle, make it just fun, easy, and just become healthy by changing your lifestyle. It's not that difficult. It just takes little by little, and the help of health coach like you, right, that are very specialized in that area of helping with people that sometimes they don't know where to go.
Right.
So what is
You
the
know,
circle of life? I know that you mentioned that when we were having our conversation.
yeah. Yeah, so the circle of life is a little bit of what I already talked about, but basically in my coaching time with my client, I touch 12 different points of their life, right? And I'll walk you through them really quickly. So it's career, finances, creativity, education, health, physical activity, home cooking, their home environment, their relationships, their social life, and their joy. And that's a lot, right? But
Yes,
if you can really, you said something a few minutes ago that was perfect. You said, it's about not diet, but lifestyle changes, right?
yes,
So
yes.
what I do is focus on helping people on all the little things that are getting in their way of living their best life, right? And so we touch one thing at a time, and as that gets resolved, we work on the next thing, etc. All the whole while, obviously, the food and nutrition and exercise is critical, right? But if these other things are bothering you in your life, you're just not going to be successful and you're not going to be happy. So health and wellness for me is really a holistic approach. And the circle of life helps us really look at the person in all the aspects of their life and what's affecting them, not just
What's
food and
affecting?
exercise. Yeah.
That's
Because if you
awesome.
think
Oh my
about it,
God.
yeah, Belkis, most people know what they have to do, but why don't they do it? Right? Because
They
something
need
else
that. They
is
need that.
sabotaging.
They need that coach. They need that
So
coach,
true.
Carmen. And of
They
course,
do.
I
They do.
I also really wanted to invite you again because I am gonna start doing it in Spanish, and I really wanted to have this show in Spanish because I want everybody to know this information. This is so important for everybody to have that help, and seeing that it's not that difficult to make changes.
Right. No, and it's so true. That's a good point because what I find is that everybody starts these diets on Monday, right? Like, I'm going to start Monday, and they start
Monday.
strong. Yeah, they work out and they eat well, and then all of a sudden, like by Wednesday, they're cheating, and by Friday, they quit, and they'll just start again on Monday, right? So
Yes.
by doing these small lifestyle changes, it makes a difference. And we have a whole Latin community that needs that same, you know, education, if you will. And I feel like, what you're doing is fantastic. If you could start bringing some of that in Spanish, that would be great. I know that there's a few groups out there of Latinas that get together for different things, and they would love to have, a host like this to be able to educate them.
Yes, and I've been noticing that a lot of people nowadays are, starting a lot of like different groups, and I see that now more than ever, people are caring about what they eat. So I am happy because of that.
Yes,
But there's a lot of other people that, like you said, they feel discouraged because they start Monday, but they just stick with one thing, and they don't realize that it's not like a quick fix. This is just changing your mentality little by little, making changes little by little, and then adapt it to your life.
yes,
Just make
yeah.
it part of it, not just for one day or 3 days and that's it, or losing 10 pounds and then going back to square one. Oh yeah, I lose 10 pounds, let me just go back to my all eating. And that's
Exactly.
not the way it works, of course.
And milk is you're so right, because that's what a diet is. And I tell people all the time when I have clients, I do not teach a diet. I'm
No.
not going to tell you to do keto or plant-based or
Nope.
become this or that, because that
Yes.
doesn't work. All of
That
those
doesn't
things
work.
work in the short term. Will you
From
lose weight? Absolutely. But for the
yes.
short term, then when you start eating normal again, or you stop exercising, or you go back to your bad habits, then you go right, you gain the weight back, and sometimes even more.
Yes. And from my all overall profession and experience and training and everything that I went to school for about nutrition, the first thing I remember when I was like even younger was that diets don't work. And I couldn't never understand that back then, but then I realized it's true because the body adapts. So
That's
what it
right.
really works is change your mind and then make it a lifestyle in which you become more familiar with the things that you know that you can eat and the things that you know that are not so beneficial. And that's the reason I wanted to create this live show. This is completely free. We're just giving advices, but you always have to consult a doctor, of course. But this is just things that people can do. This is a normal healthy lifestyle that you can do in a regular basics. It's not going to affect you. It's just normal eating and everything that it comes from plants and knowing how to read the labels, being aware of like the importance of being physical active. That's why I always share my exercise routine. It's not that I wanted to brag, my friends. It's just that you can do it. Everybody can do it. I mean, I'm not that young, but I keep it up. I really keep consistent in, making sure that I have my workout done every day because it's part of being healthy. So it's all about, knowing that not only that you need to eat healthy, it's also that you need to stay active.
That's right.
So Carmen, I know that at the beginning when we were having our conversation, you were talking about beyond my plate. So what do you mean by that? Beyond my plate. So you said that you were going to
Yeah.
talk about.
Yeah, so beyond the plate is my the philosophy that we're taught at school, which is what I just talked about, right? That, your health and wellness is yeah, it starts on your plate. And you and I both know what that plate should look like, right?
Yep.
It should be like a small piece of meat if you eat meat or protein.
Oh, you froze. You
Oh,
froze
sorry. Um, can you hear me now?
one time. That's it. It happens.
Somebody was texting me, I think, and it kept pausing. Sorry.
Oh, okay. No problem.
So yeah, so Bilkis, what I was saying is, you and
Oh, they keep testing. It's because you're famous. Your clients.
somebody has texted me like 6 times in a row, right? And it keeps pausing. So
Let me just lower this down.
what it
Yes.
does, you and I both know, right, what the plate should look like. That's what I was
Yes.
saying. But a lot of people don't even have that
Oh,
of,
keep going.
what they're supposed to be doing. So I'll give you an example of beyond the plate. Belkis could be like you have a client that is eating well and exercising, but not sleeping well. So that's a big deal, right? Because sleep matters when it comes to your health.
Yes.
So, you might be working on something with a client on their sleep patterns, for example. Somebody else, you might be working with them on their stress levels. Stress is very critical, to your health as well. It's stuff like that
So
that's
how
beyond
do
the
you
plate.
how do you help people with that? I'm curious. I know that you have a show not too long ago. I didn't have a chance to watch it, but I know that you did have like a show about specifically about sleeping. Can you just tell a little bit about that?
Yeah, so, basically just trying to understand what's stopping them from sleeping and giving them the tips that they need in order to sleep better. So I always try to say, like, your environment that you sleep in is critical, Belkis. Is your room at the right temperature? Do you have a comfortable bed?
Yep.
Are you watching? That's so important. So I keep telling everybody this, but you're supposed to change your mattress like every 7 to 10 years. And some
Yep.
people have the mattress their whole life.
They feel so comfortable. They don't want it to
Exactly.
get
The
it
other thing
over
is like
with.
same thing with your pillow, right? Like you're supposed to change your pillow every they say 2 years. And again, people keep them for much too long and they don't realize that's part of why they're waking up with body aches and stuff.
And
The other
that
thing
can
is like
also
the
affect your
temperature.
sleep, right?
Yes. Yep. And the other thing that I'm going to tell everybody, because you don't want to hear this, but I'm going to tell you how it is, right? The phone. People, your phone being like this into your eyes are burning to fall asleep, that's the worst thing you can do. You
Oh,
should not
Xiomara.
have.
Xiomara is watching. Did you hear that? Oh,
Oh my God, Xiomara, you are not the only one. We all do it,
I
right?
know I
You
do,
have
but
to,
I changed that. I'm trying just when I go to sleep. The only way that I'm online is just if I can sleep and I just do it a little bit and then I go back to sleep. But I know that is something that affects the sleep as well. So we all need that.
yes. So the blue light is horrible for you. And not only the blue light of your phone, like if some people read on their tablet, some people watch TV, you're supposed to turn all that off like an hour before bed and just shut
Wow.
it down. Yeah, so that you can rest your body, your brain, and all that. And then the temperature of the room matters. Um, Also, like what you eat and how when you exercise, all of that honestly matters before you can actually, improve your health or your
Oh,
sleep
wait a
patterns, if
minute.
you will.
I had to put my glasses because, oh my God, I know that Emily. Any tips, Carmen, on how to build a healthy habit around sleep? You said your phone.
Yeah. So, the first thing that I would say is that the best thing that you can do is get into a pattern and go to sleep and wake up every single day at the same time, because
Yes.
we need at least 7.5 to 8 hours of sleep, and most of us don't get it, right? Because we're
Yes.
busy, and then even when we're not busy, we're laying there on social media, right? Again,
Yes.
getting that blue light, try to
And
catch
I
up.
know
So,
that, I don't know if these can help, but it helps me too. On my phone, I have like, a no, it's not a calendar, it's just an alarm. So I can just watch my time from time to time. So I put it what time I need to go to sleep and then at what time I need to wake up. So just for me to just keep track of how many hours I sleep. So I have it on the phone. So I'm pretty sure everybody probably have that available.
yeah, and if anybody is a reader, Matthew Walker is a great doctor who has a fantastic book about sleep. I mean, he tells you all the ins and outs. But if even if you don't like to read, there's a TED Talks that he does for like 15 minutes, which is incredible. Again, his
Okay.
name is Matthew Walker, and I think it's called something like "Sleep is Your Superhero" or something like that. But
Oh, I
it's a
see.
really, really good talk. It gives you great tips. But more important than the tips, it explains to you why sleep is important, how your brain functions, and the importance of like how lack of sleep can impact your health. And
Oh,
one
definitely.
example that
Absolutely.
yeah, one example that he gives Belkis that was shocking to me is he said one night of really bad sleep is equivalent to the body and the brain and your system to to a few months of poor eating, like of eating junk.
Wow.
One night of bad sleep, people.
Unbelievable. There's another Andres Fernandez. Nice work, Belkis and Carmen. I have to get back to the gym. Nice work. Okay.
Great.
Thank you,
So
Andres.
and yeah. So, if I can touch on that, since he mentioned that, I have to say that people get stressed out about the gym too much, Belkis, and,
Yes.
not everybody is a gym person, right?
Yes,
So
you're
I
right.
try to tell people,
Absolutely.
yep, I was going to say, honestly, like, I feel like if people found something that makes them happy to move, that's what you should be doing, right?
Yes,
So
exactly.
if you don't like the gym, sign up for a dance class or martial
Yes.
arts or like something, get in a club with like a running club with friends, something that's going to make you happy and that's going to keep you moving. It doesn't have to be
Something
going to
that
the gym to go.
something that motivates you. And now that you said that, it's funny because I'm being always active for so many years. I always go to the gym. After all this crap happened, I know that me and my girls, we stay still for a whole month, and I can't believe how much that month cost to my body.
Oh my
I
God, the
gained
COVID
I
15
gained
is
like
real.
8 pounds or 10 pounds, and then
Yeah.
you know my philosophy is always this. I don't really complain about it. I said, okay, this happened. Okay, I couldn't go to the gym. I stopped for a whole month. I gained almost 10 pounds. What is it that I'm going to do? Let's go. That's why I said let's go, because you know what? There's no time for
dueling and, for me, it's just let's do it. And I start walking with my girls. That's why I started
Good.
walking. And then my friend Rosie, which you already met, and also Naomi, her sister, they decided to have like, the Orange Theory. We got online, so we do
Wow.
1 hour. That's why you see the workouts. I do it every single day for 1 hour. I do a high intensity workout in front of the computer, my friends. Listen, there's a lot of workouts in the internet. No excuses. You can have all kinds of different workouts. It can be high intensity, it can be low intensity. As long as you do something that move that body, you should be all set. So the reason I said that is because we were all in the same boat, but there's always, a lot of things available for us to still be active, even in front of the computer. No
Yeah.
excuses.
So yeah, I love that you said that because it's so true. When we were stuck at home, that's exactly what I was telling people. Is like there's a bunch of videos online. You could do yoga, you could do dancing, you could do, aerobics or strength training, and it's all free. There's no excuse, and you're
It's
home
all
alone,
free.
right? You're really
And
stuck
I,
at
and
home.
I know that it is very important to have like partners or people that can motivate you, because I know it's not easy. I mean, I'm not saying that, oh yeah, it's available there and you're going to start tomorrow. But please find that friend that you can pair up and you can ask her, oh, do you want to do this workout? Let's do a Zoom. Because nowadays everybody know about Zoom. Pretty sure all of you are using Zoom all day long like I do. With all different types of things, right? Work, and especially because work keep us sitting down for mostly the whole day just to do 1 hour of physical activity. So, I mean, that's the goodie about, within every bad situation, there's always like an opportunity right there. That's my philosophy.
Belkis,
So,
I see that Marsha commented that she's swimming 2 hours per day, and that's amazing,
oh, that's
right? Because if you think
amazing. Swimming
that
is
is,
awesome.
I mean,
And
yes,
listen, I always tell people, please take advantage of the weather while it lasts. I mean, we have a wonderful weather right now. Please just enjoy the rest of what we have from the summer. You can still have that walk outside. It's beautiful outside. Please enjoy the time, because then when winter comes, we still can do workouts inside. So that's why I said
right.
about Zoom. We can still be able to do that. And for those that feel comfortable about going to the gym, hey, why not?
Right. Yeah, like you can do water aerobics in the pool, which is amazing. You don't feel it as much on your body, and you feel amazing. It still has the same, same response, if you will, as if you did it out of the water.
All right. So I know that you also talk about snacks. So tell us like about a regular, typical day for you and what you emphasize with the meals, so people can, know a little bit about, healthy snacks. I know that you mentioned that. So
Yeah. So, Belkis, I like to eat every like 2.5 hours to 3 hours the most.
yes.
So I'll have my breakfast and a snack, afterwards, a lunch and then a snack and dinner. And I learned that from a nutritionist that I had a long time ago. It's
Yeah.
really important to keep your metabolism going. I
Yep.
know there's a whole fad out there about, what is it called? Fasting, and that's okay. That's a different way to do it. But, for me, that's what works. So,
Yeah, but let me tell
snacking
you
for me,
something about fasting, because I'm gonna have one of my guests. She's gonna talk about detox. She was gonna touch on that. A lot of people get kind of confused about the fasting too. And fasting, the original base of that research was about cleaning, because your body, when it stopped eating from one time to a certain time
a period of
frame of
time,
the
yeah.
day, it actually clean up, and it's good for your cells, for your body. So there's more to it. I'm not gonna go over that, but I'm just saying
Right.
that because a lot of people, they fast for the wrong reasons too. So I'm gonna have someone that is gonna talk about that, because I know there's so many, new things out there that people still kind of wondering about what should
Right.
I do and what is this all about. So we're gonna be having someone that is gonna talk about that.
Awesome. So, Bilkis, as you know me for a long time, I've been vegetarian, pescatarian now for about, almost 8 years, believe it or not. And,
Mm-hmm.
it works for me. I have no problem with others that eat meat. That's on them. I have no problem with that. And as a matter of fact, I tell people it's okay if you eat meat. It's just that what I have a hard time with people is like, don't exaggerate. There's no reason to have bacon for breakfast, a burger for lunch, and pork chops for dinner, right? You're just killing yourself then, because that
Yes.
too much of anything is not good for you. So,
Yes.
for me, snacks are usually based around some type of fruit and vegetable. So I might have like, an apple with peanut butter, or I'll
Yeah.
have like carrots with hummus. I love, I'm stuck on avocado toast. I just love avocado.
Oh, I love avocados. You always see my posts on Instagram and all
Yeah,
of my meal. My
exactly.
favorite one, because I use avocado for everything, is the avocado bites with tuna. So it's just like a snack. You just like
Yeah,
put tuna and you mix that tuna with some of, the cilantro and again, flavoring with lime and stuff. So it's just that
yeah.
it's so delicious and easy to
Yes,
make.
yes. And you touch on a good point there. Flavor is everything for me. Like I eat like healthy, but it has to taste good. I'm not gonna have rice cake,
Yes,
people. It's not
yes,
happening.
yes. And
Let's be real.
that's
It
the
has to have
reason
flavor.
and that's the reason I always, tell my audience about the colors because it's not only the colors, it's the flavor and also all of the vitamins and nutrients that keep us healthy. Right now, listen to me. This is the time in which we really have to pay attention to our health. This is the only body we have, and if we can make it even better, we have to pay attention to what we really put to our body because it does really cause an effect, especially if we already have the predisposition that we already talk about, our family.
Right,
So even though we know that we can have the predisposition, we can still make a difference with what we really choose to put into our body. So that's why it's never too late. It's always,
right,
good that right now there's so many, information out there that, you have available that you can make, decisions on changing your lifestyle. But you also have to be careful because not everything that is out there is research, proof. So you
right,
always wanted to make sure that it's research behind any kind of particular diet that you wanted to follow.
right. And Belkis, a few other snacks. I love Icelandic yogurt.
Oh, you froze
I have to
again.
turn all that off next time. Sorry.
Tell those people that you have an important meeting right now.
I know. I should have turned all those things off. But anyway, cottage cheese I love, and I love Greek yogurt and Icelandic yogurt. I don't know if you know, is higher in protein and lower in sugar.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's delicious. But my point is that I eat all of that with some type of fruit, usually with some type of berries.
Yes.
Berries are amazing for you.
Yes.
And oatmeal and of course smoothies. I love smoothies. They're
Oh,
just
smoothies are
easy.
good. Yes.
You
Yes.
get so much greens. Like I can get a bunch of greens into a smoothie, and just by adding like peanut butter and a half a banana, it tastes like dessert. It doesn't taste like the kale that's in there, right? So it's good for you and healthy. It's all, what I would say, Belkis, is when you're thinking of your food, is just remember as much as you can get from the earth. Think
Yes.
about,
All
vegetables,
natural
fruits,
stuff.
seeds,
Yes.
nuts. Exactly. Not all the processed stuff, because there's a lot of things out there that are labeled diet, healthy, low fat,
Yes.
sugar free, whatever. That's, believe me, if they're putting all those labels on there, there's something else that's making up for it. So you might have low sugar, but then they're adding sodium or other,
Yes.
stuff that doesn't need to be in there, preservatives and
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
So if you want to be
And that's
healthy,
why
I mean, you
I
don't have to
really wanted
calorie
to.
count if you do that.
Huh?
You don't have to calorie count much if you, obviously, if you're
Yes.
eating.
Yes, that's right. And that's the reason I promote many of the root vegetables. I eat a lot of the, they're starchy, but it's all about the portion size and, counting your servings. As I explained last week when we were talking about vegetarianism, and you still need 6 ounces of grain, which is very important for your energy levels and the protein and vitamins and nutrients and fiber that you need for your body. But it's just choosing wisely. Nothing that is being processed because they're being bombarding us with all kinds of chemicals and sugar and things that's what is creating all the problem that many people have. So
Mhm.
it is very important,
No,
even when you choose the snacks, just to be wise.
yeah, yeah. Belkis, I'm taking a course right now called Detoxifying Your Life, and
The
it's
what?
incredible. I'm taking a course right now called Detoxifying Your Life, and I'm
Detoxifying.
just shocked at all the things that they put into our food, and even into our environment, like all the things that we're taking in every single day, from the lotion that we put on to the food that we eat. We're just filling our body with toxins that aren't necessary. So,
Yep.
we have a lot of work to do to educate
Yes.
people for sure.
Yes. Yes. And so, what you can tell people now that you tell us so many great information about, all the things that you do, and why you do this, and how can people really reach out to you, and what is it that you do, in a sort of like a plan that
Yeah.
people can reach out if they need to have your services too, because I know this is so wonderful, especially for people that they don't know where to start. I mean, there's
Sure.
nothing wrong with finding that coach that can help you to guide you to where you really need to be, because after you do that, then chances are that you have that for your life, and that's it. You just create that lifestyle. So
That's right.
nothing wrong
Yeah,
with having that coach just for a couple of months, and finding
that's
that
right.
help, and then get your directions and keep going, right?
That's right. So Belkis, my style normally is I have a few things that I do. The first thing is one-on-one coaching. It's a
Yep.
6-month program that I do with individuals, right? But my favorite thing to do is group coaching. That's like when a group of people want to get together and get the whole program together. It's cheaper and it's easier for them, and more people are learning. I also do workshops. Like, I had a church invite me to just talk to all the ladies about what it is that they need, and it's sometimes a specific topics, like they may want to talk about just one thing, or they want you to come
Okay.
a few times, right? And then the last thing, well, conferences and stuff like that, but the last thing that I do, which is a little bit unique, is I do market tours. So like if someone doesn't know where to start, right, I will go with them to the market for like a flat rate, and I will spend time with them at the food, at the either farmers market or at the grocery
Yes.
store that they go to, and like show them what fruits and vegetables they should be eating, explain to them how they can cook them. More important, show them how to read labels
Yes.
and how to
Very important.
exactly how they can make their way around the grocery store or the farmers market to the
Yes.
benefit, for themselves. So yeah,
Yes.
fantastic opportunity for people to just have that one-on-one time and really
Yes.
learn. And like you said, it's a one-time thing, so not a big
Yes.
deal.
That's
But for
awesome.
the most part, Belkis, like I provide a lot of free information as you do on my page. I have a Facebook page and an Instagram page, and I just post stuff for free there that I want people. I'm really interested in seeing people be healthier and learn tips. So,
Yes.
that has nothing to do with my coaching. The coaching is completely separate.
Separate.
And I understand that there's a big need out there to improve
Yes.
people's health.
Absolutely. So I'm feeling interesting on when you're saying that you have group. So for those that hearing that and they wanted to create a group, so how does that work? So they have like a group and they each pay separately, or how is that? Because I know that many of the
Yeah.
groups here, maybe churches groups that
Yeah.
feeling interesting
Well,
on that
honestly,
service.
yeah. So honestly, for churches, I really, I'm a Christian, so I take care of my church friends. And usually, like, it's a donation from the group. If it's a big organization or a college or something like that, then they have to decide if they're going to pay for the group, or if the group is going to get each a fee to put, to come up with all together. So it really depends on what they're looking for. What I
Yes.
love about what I do is it's very customizable to what the person's needs are or the group's needs are.
Yes. That's awesome. I really like that for all of those that were hearing us and hear Carmen. She have like group sections. She also have one-on-one. Very important for those that really are serious about making changes on their healthy lifestyles, and maybe they're just more aware of like changing. And yep, so please use her services. And how they can contact you, Carmen.
Yeah. So my services are under my name. It just makes it easier. So it's Coach Carmen Carrion, and I'll put it in the notes as well. But it's
Okay.
my spelled, my name is spelled Carrion, Carmen Carrion. And if you just search in either Facebook or Instagram, it comes up Coach Carmen Carrion, and you'll see my picture there.
Great.
But I'll
Awesome.
put it in the notes as soon as we're done, so that
That
people
would
can
be
just click on
great.
it.
Yes. So
Yeah.
anything else you want to share with us, Carmen? Because we were gonna just check if some people have questions. So this is your time, friends. For those that are watching us, please, if you have any questions for her. I really appreciate all the viewers. Every week I've been having so many people showing up and watching our show, and you can always watch it again on my YouTube channel, What's Cooking with Belkis.
I love it.
Soon I will have more information in there, more recipes, because you don't know how much work you have to do just to get this going, my friend. And I have a full-time job, so it can
So
look
do
easy,
I.
but
It's
it's
crazy.
not. Maybe
Yeah.
for those that really dedicate themselves to, you know, the media and stuff, but you know, but I will eventually get that going. And for the most part, I'm trying just to bring people with different backgrounds for information and health and wellness. Next week, we're gonna have Melissa Nova. She's another good friend of mine, and she's like a chef, and she's also a teacher, and also she's been cultivating and growing her own fruits and vegetables on her
Wow, I
jar,
love it.
and she's gonna talk to us about that. And I'm very excited about having her too. And the following is gonna be in Spanish, and I'm gonna have my other best friend Doris Anciani. She's a captain of the Massport, and she was also a physical trainer. So she's gonna
Wow.
talk to us about many important things about detox and all that information that I shared with you before. So
Wonderful.
let's see. I have Roberto. Thank you for showing up. Any questions? Let's see. I have my prima watching. Thank you. I have Carmen Capio. I'm waving. Emily, thank you for showing up. And Frank says swimming 2 hours a day. I can keep it up. Awesome. Let's go. That's why I said let's go. Come on, everybody. Everybody's gonna be healthy. Oh no. Says come. 1 day of bad sleep is equivalent to 1 month of bad eating. That was Rosie. Oh my God, this is me. I'm not one of them. Haha. I'm on my green. Haha. Everybody's been just posting good things. So thank you,
That's
Carmen. I
awesome.
really appreciate your time.
Of course.
For joining me in my live show. This is so great. This information was very for me and for all of us. And yes, so you put your all your information there. So I'll see you all next week with What's Cooking with Belkis. And let's go. Let me just show you before I go. Let me just show you my pasta primavera, my friends. Look at this. This is my meal for tonight. Tonight, isn't that beautiful? That is my pasta primavera. So I hope everybody enjoyed this wonderful show. See you next Thursday. Bye bye. Thank you.